Am I live? Yep, I'm live. Okay, no one's here, but I'm gonna start the show anyway. Hello everyone, tis I, JoJo997, back once again for another attempt at parkour. Parkour Run. Sorry, this is Project Run. A map by... I forget who. I'm so sorry to the developers, I'm forgetting your name. But the gimmick is, each of the 30 sections is designed by a different person, and each person is a different level of sadistic. I am currently struggling with this part here, and have been for a while, including a non-canon failed stream. So, the problem with this jump is this, where it forces you into a crouch, but then you don't have the momentum to move forward. And also, coming into it, you have to jump off this ladder, which, as you can imagine, is pretty frustrating. Anyway, I've been playing this one. Can I get this right? So on my last stream, when I attempted to do this, and then subsequently deleted the VOD because I made no progress, I gave up about 20 minutes in and switched over to Survival Minecraft, and was going to try to turn that into a video. Unfortunately, I was just editing that, and the audio on it is trash and delayed because I was using a stream VOD. So, if people don't show up to this, I may just can the stream and instead use the time to record. Honestly, it sounds healthier than this. But I will still give it at least half hour. And assuming I move forward at all, I will keep the VOD up. And that's the deal. If I get past this stupid jump, the VOD stays up. You can see why this took a while. Yep. Okay, so I made it to this one. This is the first of two obstacles I need to cross to get through this stupid jump already. The second is that, which went about as well as it did last time. Can I cheese this? Nope, cannot cheese this. Hey, yes. Good to see you here. Glad you're making dinner. Having anything good? This jump. Pasta this morning, gonna roll out. Pasta from scratch, that is fun. It's been a while since I've done that. Rolling out for butter noodles. What kind of noodle? Thick spaghetti. Yeah, I never understood the spectrum of spaghetti to fettuccine, I guess it is. Yeah, I don't think there's a good way of describing the intermediate states of pasta. They're all good, though. I generally like pasta. What's interesting about pasta is when you can put stuff, like, into the dough itself. Like, I used to not like that when I was younger, but I don't know, I've come around to spinach. Spinach especially is good. Like, it turns it green, but it's still good. Tried to make some spaghetti earlier this week. Unfortunately, I misunderstood the packaging and how much was appropriate for a single serving. Ended up cooking the entire thing and had just this giant bowl of spaghetti I had to eat down over 3 days. Garlic in the noodle. Yep, that's the way to do it. Garlic's great. I heard somebody once call, like... Was it garlic? That someone said, I think it was, garlic is basically vanilla extract when it comes to cooking dinner. Because you just put it in there a lot. Yeah, the spaghetti didn't hold, unfortunately. It wasn't great by day 3, but I did have to eat it. I didn't really have a choice. Pretty sure it was garlic. It was the vanilla extract thing. Yeah. I don't know. Pasta's good, but I'm starting to think of it like a canvas. Like, you can do stuff on it, and I want to experiment more with that. I just haven't gotten around to it because I am basic and I cook to make enough food to keep going on other things right now. I would love to branch out, honestly. I like pasta because the basic version is still pretty good. The pasta, you put some cheese on it. Maybe some sauce if you're really feeling ambitious on a given night. Yeah. I don't know. I could do better. I should do better with cooking. There are a lot of sauces. Unfortunately, I have not used most of them. I also can't eat meat with cheese, so I generally choose the cheese because I don't like meat. So yeah, that does limit some options, but there's still a lot you could do. So yeah, speaking as someone who doesn't normally eat meat in great quantities, the idea of a meatball is just weird to me. Like, who decided that was a thing that you do? Cheese is. one of the few snob things I'll admit to doing publicly is I really like a good cheese. Like, prohibitively expensive cheese is a good indulgence in my opinion. Like, it tastes a very specific way that isn't supposed to be good, but it is. And there's something about when you can have it. But it's one of the few things that I will gladly spend ridiculous sums of money on. Because normally I just don't see a point in it, but when you get a good blue or something... God. That's a stream 4 or 5 and I'm already saying things that I'm going to get cancelled for. Alright. Keep on hanging out, we'll keep on trying to parkour. I can rant about cheese for a while. So I grew up in California and, San Francisco. I just made that jump. Don't screw this up. No. Do you see how close I got? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, anyway. What was I saying about cheese? I grew up in California. San Francisco is a great cheese hub, especially for blues. Like, weird blue cheeses. Like, it's just good. There's this one farm. I'm blanking on the name, and honestly, I don't really know if I want to start shelling for it. But, there's one farm where, like, there's everything done super sustainably. Like, the whole place was powered by the cow manure, which, saying it aloud doesn't really sound like a cool thing, and you don't really want to hear the words manure and cheese so close together, but, I mean, the point is, it was entirely self-sustainable and self-refilling, and it was a really cool design place, but also just the cheese is ridiculously good. I've been incredibly fortunate to have had the ability to visit that place at one point in my life. There's also the time where I was, don't remember where exactly I was headed, but for whatever reason, I was with my family on a layover in Amsterdam. We had 5 hours in the city, so we decided to go in and get as much cheese as we could. And somebody designed, like, downtown Amsterdam specifically for people like us who wanted to come into the city, get as much cheese as possible, and then run. Because every single store was packed with it, and it was all plain safe. It was all like individually wrapped, vacuum sealed cheeses, specifically designed for you to grab and go for planes. So apparently, we weren't the only ones weird enough to go into Amsterdam on a 5-hour layover, grab as much cheese as possible, and then flee the city. I love the concept that is common enough that it's worth the business expense to structure a whole street around it. For multiple people. I should never what those cheeses were, honestly, because they're pretty good. I did pick it up from my parents, because I will admit the cheese thing is a problem. But, Okay, so I know I can make this jump now. The question is how. Not like that. Okay. So you have cheese runs in Amsterdam. Blue cheese farm in San Francisco. What other good cheese stories do I have? Other pasta stories, huh? Let's see. When I was really young, we used to have one of those pasta presses somewhere where you feed the dough in and you just roll it out, and you could put on different widths of cutter to cut the noodles. It would do it for you. That was a lot of fun. I wonder whatever happened to ours. I'll ask. Hmm. You have to share a picture of your roller in the Discord. Yes, please. I'm so curious if it's the same one now, or if it's better or worse. We'll see. Better or worse? It's probably better. I do want to see it. Okay, other Amsterdam story that I'm not sure what the YouTube monetization policy is. I have not bothered to check because I don't care that much. But in case it's a problem, I'm going to leave some things implied. So when we were in Amsterdam, after about 2 hours of wandering around the city, we found ourselves off of the main street. I really wish I remember what these places were called. I don't. $100 imported cheese press from China. Sorry, pasta press from China. Okay. No idea if it's the same one, but anyway, we were on a back street in Amsterdam, and all of a sudden we see just this line of people outside an ice cream store, and it's around the block, and there's no label on the store. We don't know what it is, but we're so curious, so we just get in line. And so we're in line for about 20 minutes. We get to the end of it. There's an ice cream place. They have exactly one flavor. We don't know what it is. The guys working the stand don't speak English, but we each take some, we eat it. It's great. We keep walking down the street. We see a couple more ice cream places, and we see a couple coolers. And this is the part that I'm worried about saying, but the coolers have a picture of a very specific leaf on them that's legal in some parts of the U.S. But not all of them. And we look at our ice cream, and I forget how old my sister and I were. We were not older than 15. I'm older than my sister, but I was not older than 15 at the time. But anyway, with the parents, we all look at our ice cream, and then we just kind of casually continue eating it and assume it was a good trip. That sounded way funnier in my head, honestly. So I'm pretty so based on the fact that I was able to successfully get on a plane after that, I don't think it was anything questionable. I don't think I consumed anything questionable on that. But it was an experience, and it was a definite possibility that I had to experience with my parents. See that? That is the mark of someone who kind of knows what he's doing in Minecraft at this point. Ugh. Yes, accidental maybe. I honestly don't know if I'd rather it be true or not true that that's what it was. Okay, we're on to modern parkour. Look at that. All I need to do is talk about possible crimes on camera, and suddenly I'm good at this game. Anyway, the world opened up a bit. Why would you put that there if it's locked? Such a tease. Okay, I can make this jump. Is there lore? I did not plant that, I swear. Elytra. Fun. You little... What's an appropriate word I can use? Precious darling. So thinking about the story that I just told, and about how I'm approaching sort of what I am and I'm not willing to disclose on camera, and it occurs to me my standards are really weird. Like, I'm still not cursing, but I did just tell that story. It occurs to me I really should have put effort into looking up monetization rules for that kind of thing, because I should know that, and it's funny to me, especially that I spent time on that, because I spent probably an hour today researching WGA striking standards to figure out if I could even make YouTube videos during the writer's strike, if I wanted to support it. So I was willing to do that, and I was reminded by people that that doesn't actually matter, because I'm not making money. You put the pasta roller on Discord. I don't think I want my Discord on camera, but I am going to open up Discord and check. Anyway, yeah, I spent an hour looking up the Writers Guild rules. And as far as I can tell, I'm in the clear to make YouTube videos. Okay, it didn't work on my laptop. Let's try my phone. Oh, that is fancy. I love the giant wheel. Yeah, we don't have that, but that's the giant wheel on the roller. That is so cool. I love it. It feels so unnecessarily extra. It's great. This is City Snake by the Blue Band 003 and Benjamin 874. Copper is the start of snakes, and purple blocks are jump boost. Okay. Well, that's not how that works. Oh, you. Is that how that works? Okay. That's a way of doing it. Yes, it's a very little effort to roll dough, but it also looks great. Like, I feel like that's just a thing you pull out even when you don't need to make pasta, just to impress people. I respect it. Okay. What I'm wondering is, do I have to trigger all of them? No, apparently not. Wait, are they all identical? Yeah. Good. Good. That deserves to be showed off. It's awesome. Okay, that's how that works. This is a really cool city. Huh. That's gonna fall off again. Hey, no! Doesn't reset. That's nice. See what I mean? There's a sliding scale of how nice each of the individual map designers are, and I enjoy seeing it. Like, if I were designing it, I probably would have had a meeting to make sure everyone was on the same page of exactly how much of an asshole to be at players. There, I said asshole. Okay. Anyway, point is, if I were doing this, there'd definitely be a sliding scale of how there'd be a uniformity of how nice you were supposed to be to your players. But I mean, I'm not gonna criticize this. It's great. Do we teleport up? Yeah, we teleported up. Looks like a spoiler. Find a way up. Okay, can do. Oh, this is cool. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that before. It's a really nice touch. I'm sure this is not the only way up, and I'm sure also that that doesn't look like a viable option. But that does. Wait, that gets me back where I started. No! Let's go the other way. Okay, this is cool. I did not know that you could walk from a crimson vine to a non-crimson vine. Green vine. Forgot the word for green. Oh, that was always an option. Okay. So, based on how I understand this so far, there seems to be a very easy way to do this and then more fun ways to do this. Scratch that, there are multiple easy and or fun and or hard ways to do this. And I am probably going to find them all over the course of the stream. Oh, this is cool. Ooh, this is a cool way of doing it. No. What if I don't go here? I'm gonna be petulant. Okay, fine, I'll go here. Hey, alive. Oh, this is the same map? Nice. Okay, now we're at Slam Jam 30s. Grapple Hook Havoc. I'm nervous about the phrasing there. I think I should be nervous about the phrasing there. Wait, can you even do that? I guess you can. Hello, welcome back. Oh, you did. Okay. Let's go check it out when I die. I love Minecraft because you can say things like that. Wow. Very noodly and exactly the thickness you described. There's something about accurately describing the thickness of a noodle that's just intensely satisfying. I just said those words and I stand by them, even though they don't make sense in any context. But you did very accurately describe those noodles, and it was satisfying to see them exactly as described. Okay. Grappling Hook of Destiny. Oh. That's cool. Mm-hmm. Okay, double cool. 1, that grappling hook. 2, having 1 thickness of noodle available to you does inspire creativity. We've learned this. Also, can we appreciate that grappling hook? That is cool. That is the least vanilla thing I've seen on this map, but that's so worth it. Is that technically a teleport? Not sure. This looks a little too obvious, I don't trust it. Okay. Drippiest Mountain. Wonder where they got that name from. By Snake Rattler, Pytik, and Corrupted. Builds, commands. So I'm guessing that the first one of those, Snake Rattler, is the builder, and Pytik and Corrupted did the commands for this. If they see this and I got it wrong, I'm sorry, I guess. These people are hard at work. It is past bedtime. Okay, I was gonna get ready to fight, but yeah. Guess I handled it for me. Okay, what's the alternative route? Because it looks like that's not something you should be engaging with. Oh, they die instantly. No, they don't die instantly. What? Hey, a little bit of light combat for you. The question is, are you supposed to choose it? They got it to wear drip stud in what I suspect is a player hat. Okay, that's a cool skin. Wait, what am I doing wrong? These barrier blocks? Yep. Okay, on the way out is through, it looks like. Unless... I'm just doubting myself because the zombies are a thing. So, I feel like there has to be a better way through this. Or is there? Oh, no! I still can't tell if I'm killing them or if they're killing themselves. I'm starting to think that they kill themselves by stepping out into daylight. Which means that there's probably a way to time this. I'm guessing that's what I'm supposed to do. Yeah. Bob! He gave me one try. I'm trying to figure out what the best timing would be for this. Okay, this one's interesting. Because it feels like the challenge is just timing and not PP or anything else. It's just getting the perfect timing of every part of this, which honestly, I'm not sure what else I'd expect from parkour rap, but hey. Yeah. Like my least favorite kind of block in the game. For parkour. The lightning rods of this one. Limit is going through. I don't see how you're going to get across that. Yep. That looks too wide to sprint. Or too long to sprint across. I'm not sure how you're supposed to do that. But I guess then with this... Like the first, so the 3 timing challenges here. The first one you can exploit with AI, or you can exploit the AI for it. pretty easily. Once you get past it the first time. This one, there's like a perfect window to jump over it. This one, you just have to be fast and not think. This one, you take damage. Oh, I guess you can run across it one time. I didn't realize that. Okay, this one has arrows. It's a pretty wide window across. Okay, that one was fun. Ancient ruins. The Malas? Yeah. Oh, Malas, like llamas, I think. Is that? No, that's a mask. That's not a llama. The Malas, I'm gonna keep saying Malas, welcomes you to the ancient ruins. Start here. Okay, now I'm here. What does that do for you? Arrows. Okay, it's slowing down, but I'm not seeing any commands, which is... I'm not seeing anything that would obviously be causing lag, which makes me a little worried that there's some crap up ahead. No, my computer does not want to... Don't verify Outlook in my computer. Am I supposed to be up here? I don't think so. Okay, it says slime. Oh, that's cool. Is it the glowstone that's causing the lag? Or the glow frames? Let's see what that would cause that much lag, but I guess anything is possible. I'm really hoping to get my new computer set up by the end of next week. That will actually be more capable of handling streams. I think that'd be a really nice thing to have. That one I think I might be able to blame on the lag, honestly. Yeah, I might be able to blame that one on the lag. Because I'm picking up some lag. But yeah, I'm not seeing anything that should cause the amount of lag I'm currently getting. Which has me a little worried there's a trap up ahead. Where are you? I got turned around. That jump there, starting to wonder if that's a lag issue or if that's me. No, that was a skill issue. That was really close. Oops, we're starting to get stuck in another loop. I don't know if I'm timing that jump wrong. That's not true. I'm definitely timing that jump wrong. That's annoying. The sprint didn't take. fascinating thing about parkour, or one of them, is the weird sense you develop for your own movement in game. Like, the idea that a 1 block space is a time to sprint. Or glass held out against the wall like this is your friend. It trains you to look for interesting things in this game. And it is a completely different skill set to building or redstone or something else you might do in Minecraft, which I just think is interesting that playing parkour is a different skill set from building parkour. Like, this is really cool texturing. That's not something you think about if you're designing just the mechanics. I do have this fascination with people who build games within Minecraft. Like, the entire ecosystem that develops using Minecraft as an engine. Sorry, that picked up. I've called Minecraft a canvas before. Because I think it is. I think it is a great canvas for other people's ideas. And this is a full expression of one of those concepts. But it is such a completely, radically different direction to anything else you do in this game. Okay, the lag spikes are picking up. Is it the signs? I know signs supposedly cause lag, especially glow signs. Yes, games squared. Let's go with that. I can't tell if I'm supposed to use that. No, not. It just keeps pointing to the leaves, but there's just not a good reason to use them. I wish there was. That'd be fun to climb. What is the lag? Oh, it's made by the swap by Pytech. Wait, did it actually just pick up immediately after you switch over? So Pytech did the coding on the last one and the entire map on this one. Which means that they do possess multiple skill sets, that's what I was saying. The music is too loud, in my opinion. I don't know if it is for anyone else, but it's bugging me, so it's going. I'm gonna keep master volume. I'm gonna turn music down 50%. I noticed this in my recording too, that the music really does get too loud. Oh. Don't do this to me. I don't know if I want this to be a warden or not. I can't tell if it's a warden just due to just used to the effect. That was a warden. Oh shit. I give up. I give up on not cursing. There's a warden here. Oh god. I'm gonna back away quickly. I have not been genuinely afraid of a Minecraft mob ever. Until the warden man. This is just scary. So, I usually have strong rules against cheating, but I want to know if there's a warden out there. Yeah, I have no shame in... Okay, so I didn't trigger it, but it's name tag. It's name tagged, the exit's there. I'm not seeing a way to throw anything to distract it, so... Is the solution just to run by it quickly? That doesn't feel right. Okay, the blindness gets you whether or not you crouch. There you are, buddy. Yes. I have decided it is okay to cheat to look at the warden. I'm almost relieved that I didn't have to do that whole thing again from there, because having to sneak next to the warden is a completely different subject matter. I can hear a target. That's pretty cool. It's good use. This part of the map though is legitimately giving me chills. I will say, playing this game for an audience does give me a whole new respect for people who are really good at it. Like, it is another level of scary when there's somebody watching you. No, really? He's doing so well. torch or candles? I think we're supposed to go. Still crouching like the warden can see me? Because I'm sure I can. Because this map maker knows what they're doing. Hey, I made it! I survived the warden. I was honestly kind of happy he would kill me for saying that. Space Dash by Luna Eclipse. There's Twitter, Discord, and Twitch. Oh, sorry, YouTube. It's not Twitter. I'm not clicking on those links right now because I'm doing a stream, but you should. Oh, this is gorgeous. Oh my god, is that a TARDIS? That's so cute. Trying to figure out which car that is. That's a flying car from something. Oh. That's what you meant by dash. That's clever. Like this. Wait. Now I need to know what car that is. Oh yeah, that's the one that Elon Musk sent into space. I did just notice that there was a key to which one is which. Yep, jump boost and speed. Thing is, the colors are off from how they're done in Portal, which I consider the better way of doing it automatically because it's Portal and Portal is a good game. Honestly, at one point I want to try to do a run of Portal on a stream. Problem is, my best time for beating that is beating Portal 2 is around 5.5 hours. Which is probably like 4 streams worth for me. Usually go 90 minutes. Just have to figure out how to get the sound config on that. That's my big obstacle is I can't get the sounds to work in Portal 2. The best part of the game is the narration and audio tracks from Ellen McLean and Stephen Merchant. Is it Ellen McLean? Oh, and J.K. Simmons is also in Portal 2. Forget about that sometimes. That game's fun. There's gotta be a better way to do that jump. Wait, is that... No, that's not what I thought it was. I thought it was Starfleet something, but it's obviously not Starfleet. Could be an X-Wing or the one from What's it, Galaga or Space Fish? Oh, there's the Enterprise. Looks like the 1701. Which, I mean, is a cool ship and all. I just like TNG better. I think my favorite Star Trek ship is Voyager, though. Like, that's probably the best design, in my opinion. Yes, I know it looks like a shovel. I like it. I like Voyager. That's my controversial Star Trek opinion. Star Trek Voyager. And look, now I have an excuse to write about Star Trek on stream. Star Trek Voyager is a really good show. It is a great return to concept for Star Trek. It's an attempt to explore people trying their best in unfamiliar territory, which I think is what Star Trek should be. Like, that's the exploration side. Is you don't control the universe, you're just in it, you have to be you, and continue to be you in a universe that really doesn't care either way about you. I think that's what Voyager's about, and I think it does it well. But yeah, that is my favorite. I don't know if I go as far as to say Voyager is my favorite, because I really like TNG, and I also really like Strange New Worlds. And Lower Decks. But Voyager to me has one of the most compelling pitches. I've never done anything with Voyager though. Like, inspiration wise or like story wise, I've never done anything with Voyager. I have done stuff with TNG, kind of, loosely. Basically, in one of my other projects, which I am going to shamelessly plug, I am writing a rewrite of the Super Sentai series Ultra Sentai Kyuranger, which is a space-themed Power Rangers season, basically, as a Power Rangers season. I don't know how much you know about Power Rangers, Ellis, but, basically, Power Rangers is created by adapting the Japanese show Super Sentai, which every year changes its theme. And one of its themes in the seasons that was not adapted because of a change in how the deal was structured, was space. So, I've been trying to play with that and see what I can do. And I started watching TNG in the middle of writing this, and it definitely changed the way I approached it. Like, you can tell I took a lot of influence from it. I think you can probably tell the exact chapter I started watching. But if you haven't read it, it's called Power Rangers Star Force. I'm personally really proud of it. It's one of my favorite things I've ever written, because the scope of what I've been able to do with it is really cool. I have 24 chapters up right now. I am currently sitting on chapter 25, but I'm trying to create a bit more of a buffer before I get back to uploading. But yeah, one of my long-term goals is to finish that, and I haven't found a way to work Voyager into it yet. I'm trying to think which treks I have done. I know right now I'm working on doing the TNG movies. And I've named chapters named chapters after and around Star Trek concepts before from TOS and TNG. I have not. And I just embedded my chapter gimmick, which I was hoping nobody noticed, but whatever. I have not managed to incorporate Voyager yet in a way that I feel is appropriate. The source material only gives me so much to work with, and I found a way to get a lot of TNG plots in, but I have not figured out how to do a Voyager storyline yet. I do have non-binary representation doubled. That's the word I think of. also. I have non-binary rep also, which I'm proud of as part of this. Not to my horn too much, but I feel like I've been trying to be good about queer rep in my stories. Why do I bring this up? Because I have infinitely more than the canon Power Rangers show. Not the comics. I'm pretty sure the comics have me beat in terms of the number of non-binary characters, but that's just because there are a ton of characters in the comics. I mean, it's not a contest, but I'd like to win anyway. Yep. One of the things I tried to do with the queer rep, though, is I have 2 non-binary characters on the 12-person Ranger team in Power Rangers Star Force. And I tried to sort of do them as opposite ends of that spectrum, where one of them deliberately does not care about gender, and that is why, and they have consciously trended towards that, and the other one grew up on a society with no concept of gender, which I think is an interesting way to do it, like cis monogender, and like part of the journey I want to do is them figuring out how to explore gender at all, because they just weren't raised with the concept. I feel like that's an interesting way of doing it, and it's a good way to make use of the fact that they're technically not human, because no one is really human in this story. It's in space. Like, a lot of them look human because that's just how Power Rangers works. But they're not. And I thought, instead of just trying to either make everyone equally accepting or everyone equally unaccepting in this universe of gender and sexuality being complex subjects, I figured it'd be fun to do it as... Oh, hey, that's checkpoint. I thought it'd be fun to do it where sort of every culture has their own slightly different approach to it. And so, like, you can contrast different standards for how it's supposed to work. So, like, some people, in my story, there's absolutely, like, no reaction because, of course, gender is a spectrum. Like, who cares? Someone else has never heard of the concept. Someone went in... I think I might be spoiling a bit by saying this, but one of the characters who kind of did a Captain America and got frozen in ice for a few decades, one of them did it, or one of them, it wasn't a thing when he was alive the first time, but when he came out of his frozen state, now, like, there's a better acceptance of it on his planet, and so he's had to grow into it, and I feel like it's been fun to play with people at different points with different understandings of how gender works. They all ultimately get to the right answer, which is that gender is a spectrum and it's not really that important. But the journey in getting there is a little different for all of them. I think the one who got frozen in ice did misgender, but I think that's because he legitimately did not understand what a non-binary person was. But it was explained to him and he immediately stopped. He's also written to be kind of an asshole anyway, so... But yeah, it's been one of my favorite things about writing Star Force is the ability to put things in a larger universe where everyone's coming at things from a slightly different place. Because it is a big universe, and to expect everyone to have consistency on that is kind of a big ask. I have a running gag actually in a similar vein where very often someone will use a food-based metaphor and that food just doesn't exist for anybody else, or is used to be a different thing. I think the first time I did it was with croissants. For someone I implied that a croissant was like a muffin for everyone else. I don't remember what I said it was. I remember they did not agree on what a croissant was, and somebody pulled it out, and nobody else recognized it. By the way, yeah, that's an X-wing. I wasn't sure if it was an X-wing or what is it? Galaga? I'm gonna say Battlestar Galactica, but I don't think that's what I have not seen Battlestar Galactica. I don't think it's what it looks like in Battlestar Galactica. I think the bigger problem now with the speed boosts on those is the FOV change. Yeah, that's the 1701. I don't know if you have any idea what I'm talking about, Ellis. I'm just a Star Trek nerd. I can't make that jump. I totally would if I could. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. We're running out of time, but I mean, that's a perfect setup to get into a rant on the different varieties of Star Trek. I don't have enough time to go through all of them, but I will say the basic premise of all of them is humans in the future can go to space. It is fun. They've figured out all of the Earth problems and they're moving on to space problems, which is, I think, what appeals to me about the show. And the basic premise is that they've figured out Earth stuff and they have time to worry about helping everyone else have a general better existence. Which, honestly, is my ideal goal in life, is be stable enough that I can spend most of my time helping out other people. Like, I don't want to think about my basic needs too much. Anyway, that's the basic premise of Star Trek, at least as I see it. And each show within that plays with a different angle. So, Voyager, which is the one that I've mostly been which is the one that I brought up earlier. That's not the Voyager ship. That's the original series ship. Oh, that's a TIE fighter from Star Wars. Okay, that's a Star Wars battle. So Voyager, the premise of that one is that a ship got sent to a mission on the edge of human space, and it got sucked into a wormhole to the opposite end of the universe, and then the wormhole closed. And so they spent the entire show trying to cross the galaxy. They spend the universe trying to cross the galaxy to get home. And I think it's interesting because it's a show about them not having the safety net of always being able to go back to Earth. And they are stuck in a universe that does not care about them and they have no control over. Because by that point in Star Trek canon, in basically every other show, humans were one of the major powers of the galaxy. Like, we were running the show. Anywhere you go, you could probably find someone who spoke English or something to help you. I mean, in Voyager, they have universal translators, but the point is, Voyager is a show about not having that network. And you are a small being in a giant universe. What are you going to do? And I just think that's an interesting concept, and the way that they use the show to explore all the characters trying to retain their, I want to say humanity, but some of them aren't human, is really interesting to me. I'll admit it's not great at the concept. One of the most common criticisms of Voyager is that they don't go far enough. Like, the ship's usually fixed by the end of the episode. No matter what they do, no matter how much damage it takes, it's usually fine next week. But I still think it's a good execution of the idea. Also, the ship for Voyager, the USS Voyager, looks like this, but the front part is more of a looks more like a trowel or a shovel. It's a cool ship. I like it. I like the ship. I like the theme song. The theme song is great. If you can find that on YouTube, like, it is a amazing theme song. Really, just makes you feel like you are part of this universe. But yeah, I personally really like Voyager for at least trying to answer that question of what you do and what you do when you have definitive proof the universe does not care about you, but you are in the middle of it and it is cool and it is big and you have to survive with it. I don't know, I think it's a good exploration of the concept. The ones I like more, I said TNG and Strange New Worlds, and I don't have time to really get into them, but I will gladly at some point just talk about Star Trek for an entire stream because I love it. Funny story, it took a while to actually get into it. I did not watch it until about a year ago because I'm poor about starting TV shows. But then when I did, I got hooked and just finished Next Generation in like a month. Strange New Worlds is coming back in a month also, so that's pretty exciting, for me at least. Strange New Worlds is one of the ones that's actively on. It's a prequel to the original series. It's very fun and lighthearted, and it does a very good job of just being the classic Star Trek model of the big ship from Earth seeing the universe that Earth is growing into and me and humans interacting on that level, I guess. Like, I like to think of Voyager as the cast is basically dumped out of their fishbowl into the ocean that is the universe. Strange New Worlds, the original series, Next Generation. It's an aquarium. We kind of know where things are in it, but we're still poking around. Also, Christopher Pike, the captain on Strange New Worlds, reminds me of my sexuality, which is nice. Okay, looking at the time, I believe that's it for me. Thank you for coming by, Alice. It's been a lot of fun hanging out with you. Thank you for showing up to a lot of these, actually. This has been our second stream on Project Run. I don't know where we are relative to finishing off this, but it should be interesting. Hope to see you again soon. It's been real. And, I mean, I'm already ripping off Joe Hills enough.